Hi folks, it's Kieran here. I'm at my secret mini ramp training facility. It's in Morsley. It's not that much of a secret. And today we're going to try and learn how to do the backside feeble stall. So for the backside feeble stall, it's kind of like the axle stall, to be honest. You come up the ramp regular, you turn in, but instead of locking both your trucks on the coping, you lock one truck, the back truck on, and the front truck off like this. I already know how to axle stall. Should be fairly straightforward, he says. Some people learn this one first. There's kind of two ways of doing it. You can either learn it effectively by sort of like this, with just this front truck over here somewhere, which is, I think, is the way most people will like learn it initially, and that's probably what will happen with me. And then there's a slightly more stylish way where you sort of like lock this wheel like this, and you kind of sit at a bit more of an angle on the ramp. This is the one we're aiming for. This is how I want to be able to do this trick, but obviously we're just learning it today, so we'll take whatever comes with it, and you know, obviously we'll keep working from there. But we'll see how it goes. I feel like it's going to be pretty simple, like I said. If I can get into it, I know I'll be able to get out of it. My axle stalls have got to the point where they're super consistent. I can do it without really thinking now, so it's just going to sort of working a step up from that. But yeah, should be a fun one. Let's just crack on. There we go folks, the backside feeble stall. I couldn't tell whether I'd landed it or not. It's a weird feeling trick because when you do it at that sort of angle, which I kind of did it at, which is what I was hoping for more than the sort of on top with a mist track, you can't really tell whether you're in it or not. It feels like your board is just doing this, like with these wheels still in the ramp. Very odd feeling trick, but yeah, super good. The big thing I found with that one, it's just the temptation is to try and like have to like just sort of like lean forward to push the front truck out of the ramp, which if you do lean forward on an axle saw, all that happens is you just end up, or on any sort of like coping trick like this, you just end up running back into the ramp, which you saw a few times. Whereas when I just focused on keeping my weight across my back foot more and sort of dangling that front one over, it just locked in. And then like I said, pivoting it out of it, it's a bit like a rock and roll. That's the way I sort of thought about it. Is once you're in it, you just need to make sure you lift enough to clear that front coping. Your back wheels, because you've only got the back coping side wheel up against it, that will just bump over naturally. So yeah, that was cool. That one feels good. As always though, you guys know the rules. One is not enough. We've got to get a few more. Like I always set like a little goal of 3, at least 3 more. We'll see how quickly they come. But yeah, let's crack on with a few more. Make sure it wasn't a complete fluke. There we have it folks, the backside feeble stall. So I got a bunch more, or at least I think I did. It's a really weird trick to feel like you kind of don't know if you've landed it or not. It's going to sound really weird because you can't really tell whether that back truck is on the coping or not. I'm going to assume it was because that one felt like the other ones. But yeah, super stoked with it. I'm stoked that I learnt it at that little bit of an angle. I just think that looks more stylish. It probably limits what I can do with the trick. Like I'm never going to be able to stall it for ages. It's always going to be like a real short, sharp stall. You know, people do grind this trick. I mean, I'd like to learn how to do that, try it at some point, but I think that's a lot harder. It takes a lot more skill because you really need to work out how to like really pinch that stall in and hold it for an amount of time. But one day we'll give it a go for sure. But yeah, super fun. Like I said, if you can axle stall, you can definitely do this. And for some people it's probably even easier than axle stall because you don't quite have to like get all the way up on top of the coping. You're still kind of semi in the ramp, so it's a little safer in that sort of regards. But I do think if you learn how to axle saw first, you've just got that little bit more control and that little bit more confidence up on the coping to learn this trick. So yeah, ton of fun. Huge thank you for watching. If you guys have got any ideas for tricks that you want to see me try on the mini ramp, leave it in the comments down below. I do get to all of them, so if you've left one before and I've not landed it yet, I'm working on it. It's just some of them are quite difficult, so but yeah, I'm definitely trying. And yeah, that's all I've got for this video. If you're new to the channel, please consider hitting subscribe. I really appreciate everyone who does that. Leave a like, and I'll see you next time. Take care.